It might just be the most famous fountain on the planet, the Trevi Fountain. It draws millions of tourists every year because, according to local legend, if you toss a coin over your shoulder into the water, someday you will return to Rome. If these people do come back, then next time they might consider looking under the Trevi Fountain. Yes, right beneath their feet. They're actually standing or sitting on ancient Roman ruins. Down below, the 2,000-year-old aqueduct is still supplying water to the fountain. There are water cisterns, walls, and rooms, and all sorts of treasures from the days of the Roman Empire.
When we dig underground in Rome, is usually find this. Roman structures are for 15 meters under the modern level of the street. And in this part of Rome, we are near Fontana di Trevi, in the center of the city.
Imagine then what happened back in the 1960s and 70s when Rome's 2 subway lines were drilled right through the center of the city.
For us it's terrible because was destroyed very important monuments.
And the digging machines are back. Now Rome is building a 3rd subway line, Line C. And everyone involved in this project is aware the stakes are high. Nobody, Roman officials, the archaeologists, the people building the line, wants a repeat of what happened when the old subway lines were put in.
There was not this idea of preservation, archaeological findings. So almost everything that they found tunneling during the tunnel was destroyed.
This time it will be different. The Metro C line will be cut deeper, below the layers where the buildings and artifacts are usually found. It's the stations and exits to the street level that pose the challenge. And for this project, the final word rests with Rome's Superintendent of Archaeology, Angelo Bottini.
Noi collaboriamo con I progettisti.
We are working with the engineers, he says, and we have decided to reduce the number of stations.
Al minimo il numero delle stazioni.
And potential stations are excavated by archaeologists before any work starts. Take the case of Piazza Venezia, that recognizable square in the center of the city. Archaeologists have been at it here for over a year now. This area has been inhabited since ancient times, so there are several layers of history here. These are the remains of ancient Roman walls from the 2nd century AD. The challenge for the team here is to preserve all these things and somehow find an exit from the subway station that will be in the center of Piazza Venezia. A challenge for Giovanni Ricci, but he's dedicated to finding a solution.
A city is a sort of a cake with a different layer. And the question is that it's important that preserve not only one layer, but all the layer, maybe with a big section.
Nobody questions the need for a 3rd subway line in this city. The existing lines are overcrowded.
It's not possible for the public transport and for people in general. So honestly, I don't know when we can have the 3rd line. I hope as soon as possible because we need.
It's clearly a trade-off. The city is choked with cars in close proximity to precious monuments. Digging underground is a risk, but if it gets cars off the road, and with little money for new scientific excavations, some archaeologists see the building of Metro C as an opportunity.
Under the modern streets, there is a part of the ancient city that today isn't discovered.
Who knows, by the next time these coin tossers do come back, there may be a new subway line and new ruins to see. For Worldfocus, I'm Martin Seemungal in Rome.